Many high schools around the country teach first aid and CPR. But Kittatiny Regional High School is going a step further, instructing students and staff members on how to use a defibrillator, training that could one day save lives.
The way it began was the Hampton Rotary Club initially donated a unit for our use. And at that point, we really didn't know too much about even purchasing the unit, so we contacted the medical educator from Newton Hospital, Rhonda Lockwood, and she advised us what unit to get that would be compatible with the EMS units and also the hospital. Thereafter, our student council felt that our athletic trainer should also have a unit because he's had athletic events where things, if they're going to happen, they're good likelihood they could happen there. So they got together with the Board of Education and bought the second unit. And then we felt, and this was 2003, last year, we felt it was necessary to have one that the community had ready access to. And so we decided to place one in a cabinet similar to a fire extinguisher cabinet in the lobby near the pool. So that was our third unit. So we really began in 2001, and each year we've added to that.
Newton Memorial Hospital and the Hampton Rotary were instrumental in getting this AED training started.
Basically what happened is we actually approached the school because Hampton Rotary had donated an automated external defibrillator to Kittatiny Regional High School, actually to the Hampton area. We felt the Kittatiny Regional High School was probably the place where most of the community would be. You've already heard Mr. Walker say that approximately 20% of the population in the United States is in a school on a given day. So it's important that where large numbers of people gather that they have AEDs. So they were the first school in the county to approach kind of unknown territory, and they embraced it, and the program expanded from there.
What really helped us a great deal was also Rhonda Lockwood was able to get a grant and provide training not only for Kittatiny staff, but teachers throughout the county. And to promote that, schools would participate and get training. The county superintendent of schools, Barry Warman, brought that to our roundtable and encouraged superintendents to send their staff over to Newton Hospital to get this training.
There are two teams of AED trained teachers who are on call in case a situation may arise.
What we usually do is if we have an emergency, we notify the main office, and then the main office notifies that there's an emergency in the building with the AED team from the specific wing report there. So then everyone reports, and then we start to assess the situation and decide whether we need the defibrillator at the scene or not.
There was an incident last year that tested the team's preparedness to a situation.
Back at the beginning of the school year, we had an incident where a teacher became ill and collapsed in the classroom. And the AED system went into effect, and it was the announcement was made over our PA system for the AED team members to respond to a certain classroom. And I got there, and the school nurse was already down helping the teacher that had fallen ill, along with our principal, Mrs. Kapler. And I stood by just ready to help out if needed.
The students here at Kittatiny High School appreciate this unique training.
School's program is excellent. They do a lot of hands-on stuff. The teacher's really good, and a lot of people learn a lot of life-saving techniques.
It's a really great thing that Kittatiny has this program installed. I feel that being trained in the AED and CPR and first aid is really, really helpful to a lot of people. There's a great amount of awareness that has been brought to this school about students that might have, or teachers and faculty that might have a need for this equipment sometime, or just the skills to know how to save someone's life.
We're very proud that the students are taking this to heart, per se. They're really taking an interest in the program. The physical education and the health department has taken the forefront in getting the training to train the students. And I really believe that the education here at Kittatiny is certainly comprehensive in nature. We give the academics, we give the extracurriculars, and we give the athletics. But beyond that, we're allowing the kids to get the training to save lives.
Knowing how to potentially save a life gives confidence to students.
When you get on a scene, you know what to do instantly. Like, it snaps right into action. If you were to ask me to do something right now, I might hesitate a little bit, might think a little bit about it because I have the time. But in an emergency, someone can just, like, get right into action and know what to do.
When we return, we get a preview of this year's Wine and Roses Gala. Stay with us.